Mr. Zede Masterclass.
It's Canal on the beat.
Alright, Faut pas Complique. Alright, let's listen.
It's Canal on the beat.
Right, let's check the video out for a minute.
It's Canal on the beat.
Wax day. Okay. La 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 la. Qu'est-ce que tu sais? C'est toi que j'aime, please don't go, baby, faut pas compliquer. Pense à me quitter. Baby girl, mon cœur sèche comme une fleur. Oh boy.
Okay, so Kizomba or Zouk has 3 or 4 basic principles you've got to understand. The first is your drums, the second is your bass, the third is your the third will be your rolls, and the fourth will be your melody. All right. The drums is very important, though very simple in producing of Zouk or Kizomba. The hi-hats, which includes the drums, were recorded live, just to give it that flair. For example, if you listen to this, you see, I played them basically live on a hi-hat and on a drum set. And a couple of pianos were played in front live, but I'll get to that later. Okay, so the drums on Kizomba is very, very simple. You know, you just gotta have the knowledge of your kick and how your rims, congas are supposed to go, and you're good to go. For example, let me show you right here. This is the kick, and normally with this kind of rhythms, you're supposed to choose in selecting your sounds like a kick which is really deep in terms of bass. You know, not the goof type, but deep in terms of like mid-range, empty. You know, so you see, like here, I took out some parts of the mid-range, and then around the low mid down to low lows, I boosted a little bit more, just to give it that, you know, oof. And then the hi-hats just to complement the live one. It actually sounds the same. You can't tell the difference. Just like one of them is playing more patterns than the other. My stick or rim shots. Once you get this, you're done. You know. So in the EQ, I give it more mid-range so you can make it stand out. And then your tom. It's a tom there just to make it not sound too monotonous though. And then the very important part as well is your congas. So once you get this right with the congas, any other thing comes in any order, it doesn't really matter. You can be as creative as you want to be creative, you know. And then the drum rolls are very important. The sounds you use, you know. The sounds you use when you're playing drum rolls in Zouk or Kizomba are very important, because you're getting to represent the real thing from Angola or from wherever Kizomba or Zouk comes from, right? Now, your second thing I said was your bass or your melody is very, very important. Let's find where our bass is at. Let's see. I'm trying to get the bass good. So, oh no, it's not bass. Right. So, like I was saying, your bass is very important. I wish I could just play this and just the percussion so you hear. Okay. So the bass plays a very important. It should bounce. It should bounce on the kick. So the kick and the bass play principally the same thing, right? And then any other thing can fall in place. Once you've got your drums, your bass, the rest is history. For example, stuff like this. Oh yeah, well, guitar. Some people use guitar. Some people don't use guitar. Some people, you know, but these guitars were played electronically, you know. I've got a very cool plugin which gives me all these things. It's called the RG. This guy. If you're out there watching, go check this guy out from Rappin'. It's very cool. Sick guitars. Right, and then so it's basically what you're hearing is just drums, bass, strings, this guy, or pad, and then the guitars, like I said. This is just Zouk Kizomba. You have to be very technical how you place your sounds. Each one should complement. For example, here. So this da 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 coming in, it just complements the other one, and then everything is just falls in place. We have a clavinet here. I don't even know why the clavinet is here though, but it sounds good. All right. So there are some instruments that really represent a particular brand. For example, trap music. You can't have trap music without having the portamented kick, the boo. You know, that would not be trap music at some point. You know, you cannot have zouk without having a pi, za, ke, two strings. There are some certain sounds that you cannot do a particular genre without, you know, using those sounds. You know, this pizzicato strings is one of them. You know, this guy. You cannot have zouk or kizomba without having this guy. It's very important. Like these are the sounds that really identify or are identified with, you know, particular genres of music. For example, trap music. You know, this is a trap snare. You can't do trap with a snare from, I don't know. You used to do rock. You could be creative that way, but at the end of the day, you're not representing trap the way it should be represented, right? So basically, that's kizomba, you know. And I had a big piano. You see? Da da 7. It's very important for every producer to understand chords. Okay, chord progression. I will start another video. I'll put the video down in the link about chord progressions and chord formations. You know, producers have to learn how to play and be musicians before any other thing. You cannot click music. You work for commercial producers, but I rather play it and have the sound and the melody really expressed in some kind of better way. So as the song progresses, things come in. For example, this is a string that plays, a couple of violin strings that play in the verse that follows the thinking. And then other things now you see, like here, this is the first verse, but here the second verse, you see that things have added. For example, this guy here, and this guy here, and this guy here. Oh no, there's just two. So think something else is added, and then this guy here. That, you know, the song progresses. For example, what you hear in the first verse is a bit, some things have added. For example, there's a bell. Let me find that bell for you. Yeah, here we are. So you didn't hear this in the first verse, right here. And then there's a guitar, this guy. You know, it just... So that's it for today. This is a very, very cool production. I'll put the instrumental link up on the description of this video. You can go download the beats and listen to it. You can't, well, you can go listen, sorry, not download. You can't download, sorry, you can't download off my SoundCloud. Unfortunately, you've got to buy stuff. And this has already been released by a huge award-winning artist, Wax Day. Go check out his YouTube page or channel and subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel as well at Hitmaster ZA. I'll be making these videos every week. Thank you so much. Cheers. Hey yo, what up? It's your favorite artist, producer, sound engineer, and DJ, Hitmaster ZA. Please check me out on all social media platforms with the handle Hitmaster ZA. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more production videos, production tutorials, live mixes, live sessions, and so much more. Thank you and peace out.